and welcome to the International Desk. I'm Hannah Vaughan-Jones, live in London. You are watching the International Desk. Back to Cyril Vanier in Paris shortly, but in the meantime, breaking news coming into us here at CNN. Nobel Peace Laureate and Chinese dissident Liu Xiaobo has died. This just weeks after he was released from jail to be treated for late-stage cancer. Well, Matt Rivers joins me now live from Beijing with more on this breaking news. And Matt, talk us through the circumstances of his death and, of course, the global reaction now coming into it.
Well, many people would call his death untimely and a result of negligence on the part of China's government.
And Matt, just echoing the words of Liu Xiaobo's wife there at the end of your report, then, where does this leave dissident activity in China with the death of Liu Xiaobo?
Well, it's never been a good place to operate for political dissidents here in China.
Now, CNN's Erin McLaughlin joins us now from outside the court here in London. Erin, emotions, frustrations now at fever pitch over this hugely traumatic story and high drama at the High Court today.
That's right, Hannah. And right now, the court is hearing evidence from an expert put forward by the legal counsel for Charlie Gard's parents.
But nobody ever mentions that.
Donald Trump saying that Vladimir Putin would prefer Hillary Clinton in the White House. But we know now, of course, that Mr. Trump's eldest son eagerly met with a Russian lawyer to get damaging information on the Democratic candidate Clinton. And Senator Dianne Feinstein has just called for Donald Trump Jr. to appear before the Senate Judiciary Committee as early as next week, even if they have to subpoena him. Tom Foreman looks back at how events unfolded last June and July around that meeting at Trump Tower.
1, 2, 3.
Late spring 2016.
Well, that's the timeline from last summer, but attention is now turning to the president's son-in-law and senior advisor Jared Kushner and his involvement in that meeting with the Russian lawyer. Kushner initially failed to mention his contact with her and other Russian diplomats on his security clearance application. And now critics are wondering if he has something to hide. Welcome back. We are continuing to bring you all the latest pictures from Paris, where you can see there Donald Trump, the US president, having arrived in the French capital earlier today, there alongside the new French president, Emmanuel Macron. The two men walking up the steps there of the Élysée Palace. They have already been on something of a history lesson tour around Les Invalides in the French capital, now heading in to get down to business, where they'll be talking for some time, no doubt, about climate change, about trade deals, and all of the other aspects of the global agenda, which these two men, these two presidents, are so polar opposites on, seemingly at least. But they're a firm handshake as well. Emmanuel Macron welcoming the president, extending that hand of friendship to the United States. This just the second time, actually, in the last week or so that President Trump has been in Europe. I'm Hannah Vaughan-Jones, live for you in London. Thanks so much for watching. Cyril Vanier will join Becky Anderson for Connect the World in just a few minutes, so do stay with us here at CNN.